New details come out in court about a key piece of evidence in the Christine Morton murder case.
Mark Norwood is now on trial for that murder, which happened back in 1986. Today in court, jurors heard how frustrations about the investigation decades ago led Christine's brother to take a walk that would ultimately change the course of the case and free the man wrongfully convicted of the crime. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi is in San Angelo covering this trial.
John Kirkpatrick was frustrated. His sister Christine had just been murdered, and he did not think investigators were doing a proper job. So he went for a walk, and had he not, Michael Morton would probably still be in jail today. The day belonged to John Kirkpatrick, who got emotional at times on the stand when talking about his younger sister Christine. Growing up, he said she could be a pest, but he loved her. Then came the day his father called and said, "I'm about to tell you the worst news you'll hear in your life." Christine had been murdered, and when John went to the home, he didn't see the investigation he was expecting, so he did one of his own. While searching a wooded area behind the home, he came across a bloody bandana. It would take 25 years, but the DNA test on that bandana eventually exonerated Michael Morton, and it matched Mark Norwood's profile, who was listening to the testimony through a hearing aid. The rest of the day's testimony featured investigators and DNA experts who talked about how the bandana was handled in 1986 and ever since. Norwood's defense attorneys will try to show that the DNA testing may have been contaminated.
I think if you've been in the courtroom, you've seen all the evidence that's been coming out and the issues that we've been discussing. I think we're presenting our defense through the state's witnesses.
And Michael Morton's family, including his son Eric, have been inside the courtroom listening to the testimony, but Michael himself has not been because of the rules. Since he testified in this trial, he has to wait outside while the rest of the testimony takes place. We're in San Angelo. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
And Kirkpatrick told the court that none of the investigators ever questioned him about that bandana before the original trial.